Guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Cancer for June 2022. Happy birthday to all my Cancers watching, and for all my subscribers. I love you, love you, love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being here. If you guys are new to my channel as well, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, and if you feel like it resonates, please hit subscribe during this journey with me. I'd love to have you along the ride. So guys, just keep in mind this message is general. Take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers because only you have this power to do, so use it wisely, my friends. I'm going to take a moment as well to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, and any of your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective. I ask them to join us to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, as well as to use me as the clearest channel possible, giving messages that are for the most far-reaching, but only, again, for the highest good of all, only top-notch messages today. So Spirit's guiding me right away to grab the Psychic Tarot Oracle. We're going to get a little spiritual advice. Now remember, this message, even though I've said it's for June, is technically timeless. So these two cards fell, can't see them. These two cards fell, and we can see them. So I'm going to also, Spirit's showing me this one, which is the light. Underneath that you have prosperity begins. Pay no attention to the reversals in this one, okay? And patience. For some of you, what I heard is things may take a little longer than you expected, okay? That we need to have patience, we need to harness patience, and we need to remain in the light regardless of whatever situations we may find ourselves in this month or in the coming months, to just again, have patience. They're reminding me to take like 3 to 5 deep breaths in if we're finding ourselves being overwhelmed, if we're finding ourselves, what I heard is kind of getting in the throes of anger, or if we're about to say something that we don't mean and we probably might regret. Spirit's like, again, go, is this of love and light? Is this thought even mine, is what I heard as well. Because for some of you, you do have this solitude and envy. And what I heard is for some of you guys, it may be like thought forms or projections or someone else's like serious for some of you, and but I did hear the words evil. Now it doesn't mean that this is a dark entity, but I think what would be definitely helpful for you would to be repeat something like, God protects me, God fights my battles, you know, I am highly favored against evil, and no weapon formed in spirit or in physical shall prosper against me, right? This is really important. Something also what I heard is return to sender, and to be honest, I had to do that a few times today, just, you know, I return to sender. Our words are powerful as well. So what was coming to me was, I'm rubber, you're glue, whatever you do to me or say to me bounces off me and sticks to you. These are little these are little spells, right? This is our intention. So if you do have, and if I feel like you may know who this is, okay, and what I heard is undercover hater. Hopefully that's not it. I do feel like with solitude here and envy, you have sort of distanced yourself from people who, I feel like you may hold a secret, or you hold some knowledge, and there is somebody here either upset that you hold that knowledge or jealous because they want to hold that knowledge and possess that knowledge for themselves. So for some of you, this could be what I heard is a creative project. For others of you, it may be that you have pulled your energy back, and for some of you with this light and reaching up for light, you've pulled your energy away from the darkness. And what I heard is it's not like this darkness is necessarily dissipated, but to have patience, because there's something brewing. There's some seed that you've planted, and there's definitely ample amount of light to bring this into fruition. Just have, what I heard is positivity. Ignore the haters. Ignore the jealous energy that may be around you. I mean, you're beautiful and you're meant to shine. So if there's other people who are a little bit upset about that light, this is where I feel like it's important to help them to see the light within themselves, not to be upset because there's light within us. We all carry light codes. We all have a light body, and I feel like some of us may be more awoken or attuned to this light body, but it's also, what I heard is free will and divine will. There may be people in your world that your light will just irritate because they haven't gotten to a place in the world where they can accept that. They're still either fighting off the shadows or fighting off their own demons. And this is the stuff that Spirit's like, oh, hell no, we won't allow you to have any part of that. You will stay away from that. You will stay the hell away from that, is what Spirit said. So you have here a few things, financial and material changes, and I think this comes with this patience, or this, I almost heard prudence too, but this patience to know and to have faith that whatever you're putting energy, time, money into, it's going to grow. What I heard for some of you, it's maybe investments, but this is also to ensure that we're not just, one thing I heard is putting our money into one pot, or we're not just investing or looking at one thing. We may have a lot of different options. For some of you, what I heard is this could be a lot of different jobs. There's also an importance to the fingers on each hand. So for some of you, if that really resonated, you may want to look that up and kind of check out what that is. But to me, this is also balance, all of the colors of the rainbow. They also, what I heard is that everything you touch, it's going to turn to gold. Now for some of you, again, this is all that is glitters is not gold. So the words they're giving me are, be wary of fool's gold. You have transformation, because I feel like what I heard is these haters, or someone, whoever's been deceptive or envious, they don't know how to come at you. They don't even know you anymore, because you've just bloomed and transformed. And all the shade or all the shit that they threw at you, everything they tried to do to stop this seed from growing, it failed. Right? Because you are connected so much with the light. And Spirit, again, is saying, you know what? There's power in your positivity. There's power in your internal knowledge and wisdom. And you, again, they're saying you hold key codes. And there's something about ley lines in here as well. And 919 may be a very important spiritual number for you. I know a lot, I used to see 717 quite a bit, and you know, these numbers will change. So there is a powerful, what I heard is representation, but if you can see the star. I also just heard 333, working connection with Spirit. But this also could be, if you're kind of, what I heard is if you're new to working with your spirit guides as well, you may want to kind of take a few moments and try and just kind of like do a quiet meditation and set your intentions in this, that you would like to meet. Try one spirit guide or a few of your spirit guides in this meditation, so you can say, you know, you can even ask, what are your name, what do I call you, are you here for my highest good, and making sure that you are, again, setting intentions that the guides that you're working with, they got your back and they're here for your highest good. They're not kind of a trickster energy, okay? Again, just being discerning. This, what I heard is, again, with this here, I just did the Gemini reading, and there was in that, I felt like an anointment, and this to me is anointed as well, Christed energy, that what I heard is what you've been put through, all these tests, all this a long time, all of the quiet contemplation that you've been doing. I also heard research, and the putting things together has all been for a reason. Again, there's something with ley lines here. So it could just be, I heard fifth dimensional ley lines. They're telling me too, it could have something to do with like where you are physically, that you've been placed very strategically, because this seed that you've been planting, it grows best in the current place that you are, which may actually coincide with some spiritual ley lines. So I have here the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. Before I move into tarot, I felt really, really guided to ask for some advice here before I move into the tarot wisdom, because I grabbed the deck, but I feel like I was supposed to grab the deck. So 2, 3 bunch of cards fell out here, and there's one more. So what fell in here is New Moon in Leo. Shine, my friends. And sorry if my swearing bothers you, but I heard shine, motherfucker, shine. Shine, motherfucker, shine. Reveal what needs to be seen. Last moon in Scorpio. And this was on its own. I was hearing the cheese stands alone. Well, you shine alone. You shine alone. For some of you as well, these seeds could be sunflowers. And what you're bringing to you is birds, positivity. I heard the words receptivity too. For some of you as well, this is definitely creating changes. Sunflowers to me are about gratitude and abundance and sunshine and happiness. And for some of you, I heard Ukraine as well. For some of you, you may have ties there as well. But this is something brand new. So do not allow the past to dull your shine, because you've transformed and you're brand new. They're showing me the bottom over here again that says, trust all will be well. Have faith. Have faith. Because if we don't believe in our faith, then we are self-sabotaging, right? We have to have faith that, again, there's going to be enough sunlight and everything for this project or this seed to bloom. Patience, I feel like one of the best ways for us to harness these patience is to stay true in our faith. And this doesn't have to be in any kind of deity or anything like that, or in spirit and source, but even just in yourself. But having faith that you're on the right path, and that your life path is the right one, and that you are who you are meant to be, and that spirit will provide, is something that, it's almost like what I heard is, not fake it till you make it, but you have to end up believing this. You have to convince yourself, even if you don't, that spirit's going to provide. Because if you're sending off these negative thoughts that spirit won't provide, I'm going to end up homeless and I'm not going to have any food and all of this stuff, you are creating so much worry first off in your world. And you're putting this energy that I am is so important. I am abundant. I am prosperous. These kinds of things may not necessarily mean that you're going to come raking in the dough, but it may end up, if you're worried about being homeless or you're worried about being hungry, that, so a friend pops in and says, hey, so I have an extra basement apartment and would you like to move in? Or, hey, I was thinking, I didn't get you a Christmas present. Can I go buy you some groceries? Or is there anything you'd really like? Or someone just dropping by with some groceries. It comes from our mental state first. We get our mind in order, the material world changes around us too, okay? You're a very, very powerful creator. So be humble, be wise, and also it says attend to the details. So for some of us, maybe you are worried. Maybe this idea of not having enough, it's really bad because you're like, well, I don't want to create a situation where I'm worried and create a situation of lack, but struggling as hell to pay the bills and put food on the table. And I mean, this is a hard time for a lot of people. Gas is crazy high. Never in my life have I ever seen it like this. And the groceries, I mean, I'll admit, I went the last couple times we went to the grocery store. It's not like we bought anything really that we wouldn't have extra. And it's just, things have gone up with inflation. It was like $100 extra. And there's where it's like, well, when you have more money going out towards gas and more money going out towards housing and more money going out towards your electricity bills and then your food bills, and you're like, well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Because, it's summer where I live in the northern hemisphere. So what? Maybe you don't want your gas. That's fine. What happens in the wintertime when now you have to find a way to back pay that? And I mean, these are real issues for people, right? What I heard is attend to the details. So this is prioritize, okay? And maybe it is that, hey, you know what, I can't pay the gas bill this month. Get a hold of them and let them know so that you're not worried that, oh my God, my credit will be screwed, or oh my God, I'm just going to fall so behind. This is really communicate with the people that you owe money to, and again, also looking at it in ways of, well, is there some place in my world I'm overspending, and some place I can cut down? Is there some way that I can make my groceries stretch? Dried beans, dried lentils, I'm hearing things like that. I'll give you a little bit, if you don't like this little tip, throw it out, but if you soak your beans overnight, like black beans, kidney beans, you can put them in your crock pot, just cover them with water on like high. It takes like 4 or 5 hours. They will be super, super soft. And if you go out to work, you do it in the morning, they're ready by the time you come home. And this will stretch out some meat as well, right? Getting protein. So for some of you, as well as what I heard is like depressionary foods and things like that. If you're really struggling, there's so much on YouTube, right? Where people are trying to make 3 days on $10, or feeding a family of this for this amount of money. Frugal times and desperate times call for desperate measures as well. But I feel like it's important to not allow that desperation to really infiltrate your mindset too much. And if it comes in there, talk to someone you trust. If you know someone's going to judge the shit out of you for what you're about to say, don't fucking talk to them. Because they're not going to make it any better, right? Talk to someone that you feel is just going to listen to you. If I also heard suicide hotlines, if you're feeling very, very desperate. But there are helplines out there that, even if it's not feeling like you're in that state of desperation where people can just talk to you, there's a lot more mental health resources online now. I mean, COVID, it did bring some things in, more accessibility to mental health issues. However, it's, it's drawn some very clear markers and indicators within society that we have a huge mental health crisis going on. I'm sorry I'm getting emotional here, but there have been people I know, and you just keep hearing about them, of so many people feeling like they can't go on in this world anymore and choosing to end their life. And, there's places where if we're not them or if they haven't communicated, you don't know. You don't know what works inside someone's head. You don't know what makes them tick. But one thing that we can all do is try and be an ear for someone without casting judgment, without putting blame. And if someone comes to you in this state, to just listen. What I also heard was the words, "What can I do? Is there anything I can do to help you?" Because sometimes that's all it is. Help someone if they want it. And to be humble about it. To not be like, "Wow, I helped this person." Don't go around telling your friends that you went and bought them groceries. You're such a good person, because that's not what it's about, right? And that's definitely not humble. So for some of you, again, I feel like, depending again on your situation, but what they're saying with this shine is, some of you may be really called to help people who are less fortunate, or help people in need, donate to a food bank, help out with, I heard Fix for Life for some of you, but like help out with Habitat for Humanity, because honestly, helping people change their worlds and feel better and more secure in their worlds, this is one of the most rewarding things we can do. So that's the message I have there. So again, reveal what needs to be seen and trust all will be well. Okay, things are working out in your favor. Again, it may seem like they're taking longer than you expected, but don't give up, okay? So let's take some tarot wisdom now before I let you guys go. This will be for the sign of Cancer, please. What messages do you have for the sign of Cancer, please? So 2 cards, and I want to take that one because it's trying to come out. And we'll take the bottom of the deck, which is the 5 of Materials in the reverse. And I want to take this Knight of Materials. They're showing me the 2 of Voices, because again, this is where we make this decision. We have the Ace of Voices and the Magician, as well as we have the Ace of Materials with the Queen of Inspiration, Queen of Wands. I'm just going to pause you for a second, guys, and blow my nose. Okay, I'm back. Emotional, it gets everything going. So definitely there is something, again, like you've been manifesting, and I see almost like a vagina here, because this is harnessing your feminine creative powers, but it's knowing that you have all the tools that you need to put in motion something that you desire. Okay, for some of you, I do also feel like what I heard is your other world, really, right? And this energy is coming down into a portal, coming down from a portal, or this could be sending it up into the universe. And what they're saying is, set yourself in motion, say what you need to say, do what you need to do, and then release that stuff. Let go and let God, is what I heard. This will help put yourself, what I heard is it lets go of a lot of mental strain, but it will help put things in perspective, help you see a little bit more clearly and wiser, help you become a little bit more wiser as well with this owl here. This Queen of Inspirations as well. For some of you, this is like really, really asking you to harness your sexual prowess, to harness your femininity, to be very aware, not wary, but aware of your inspirations. And when you get little flash of inspirations, it's time to go. So they're giving me an example. For some of you, you may read tarot. You may do, I don't know, you may paint, you may write books, you may like to sing, right? Whatever your thing is. But when you get that inspiration, Spirit's like, go. So for some of you, if you do read tarot, if you get those little spirit nudges, or if you do something else, like if it's not tarot or you just channel, I myself, I'll get like Spirit going, hey, it's time. Gotta go get the camera. And it doesn't matter. Sometimes I'm like, what are you talking about? It's time. I'm doing something else. It's like, no. You feel it, right? Don't ignore those. They're powerful, okay? There's something important there. Because I gotta tell you, usually the times where I get this little, hey, you need to go do this reading. And I was like, what do you mean I have to do this reading? My little talks to Spirit. And then I'll be like, okay, it's just like a compulsion. It has to happen now. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go grab whatever. And usually I go look at my, my shelf where I have my cards, and sort of like, hey, this, and this, go. And to me, usually I can find something where it was either for me or, it's resonated on a bigger level. But I feel like they're coming to this, okay, with this Knight of Pentacles. Some of you, it may be creating. That you are setting up financial success by your creations. You're the fucking magician. So, I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's like honking behind me every time I say something that, like, you're a magician, okay? So keep your mind pure, act on your inspirations, and have this is like right on top of Ace of Materials and attend to the details. So for some of you that I heard, it's like opening up a shop. You want to attend to the details, right? Like, what business hours am I going to be? How much am I going to charge? Where's this place going to be? How am I going to advertise? What am I going to carry in this store? And who is my client base? Who is my group? Like, who am I trying to sell this stuff to, right? It's important. For some of you, I heard diversifying as well. But I definitely feel like it's showing me this, reveal what needs to be seen again. With this Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This five out like this way, it's like, well, that kind of left out lonely feel. We're not like that. We're not going to create a situation where we're feeling left out in this. For some of you, I heard, like, especially if there's a business partnership or something like this, you want to make sure that you are being heard, that both parties or everyone involved is feeling like their say is being heard and what they have to say matters, because partnership and working together is how you're going to get this off the ground to its highest good. So attend to the details, be humble, but don't forget to shine, because you need, again, to remember that this world is taken care of for you. What you're going to need in this world, Spirit will help you, but keep a positive attitude and keep your faith that things are going to work out, because things are happening. Again, we just have to have patience. And they're bringing me back again. If you have haters or anything around you, just don't hold on to that so much, right? So with this Queen of Wands or this Queen of Inspirations, focus on something else. It doesn't matter what they have to say or whatnot. Don't focus on their energy or their opinions. Focus on you, focus on love, focus on light, focus on joy, and cherish every moment on this green earth, my friends, because it truly is a gift, and it's something that, we get to wake up every day, and if we wake up and say, you know what, yesterday didn't work so well for me, I want to make some changes. We have the power to do that, and there's never any shame in a redirection or changing your ideas. You were willing to try something, and I think that's important for you to remember as well. So that's what I have. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.